Have you ever dreamed of going shopping in Germany, but maybe felt a little nervous about the language barrier? Well, today, we're going to flip that script. We're about to turn any hesitation you have into pure confidence. Let's dive right into the must-know vocabulary for a real-deal German shopping trip.
So, what do you say? Are you ready? We are about to go on a virtual Einkaufsbummel. I just love that word. It means a shopping spree. And I promise by the end of this, you are going to have all the essential words you need to walk into those stores like you own the place. Let's get to it. Okay, first things first. Before we can even think about swiping a credit card, we got to know the basics, right? So this first part is all about the foundational words for clothing and fashion in general. Now, listen up, because the first two words here are super important to get right. We've got die Bekleidung, which is kind of the formal general term for clothing or apparel. Then you have die Kleider, which just means clothes. Now be careful. Don't mix this up with das Kleid, a totally different word we'll see in a bit. And of course you've got die Mode for fashion. And if something is fashionable, you'd call it modisch.
All right, let's step inside the shop. To make this super easy, we're going to break down all the words just like you'd browse in a real store, section by section. So first up, let's look for some tops.
Some of these are pretty easy, you'll see. Das T-shirt is, you guessed it, a t-shirt. Easy. Der Pullover is a sweater. But here's a really key difference you'll want to remember. Das Hemd is what you'd call a men's button-up shirt, while Die Bluse is specifically a woman's blouse. It's a small detail, but it makes a huge difference. Okay, moving on to the next rack. For your lower half, you've got die Hose, which means pants or trousers. And of course, die Jeans. Then there's der Rock, which is a skirt. And hey, remember I told you to watch out for das Kleid? Well, here it is. This one means dress. See the difference? Finally, if you need something really sharp for a formal event, you're looking for der Anzug, a suit.
You know, German weather can be, well, unpredictable. So you'll absolutely need one of these. You have die Jacke, which is your standard everyday jacket. And then for something a bit heavier, longer, or more formal, you've got der Mantel, which is a coat. Super simple and totally essential. We can't go shopping and forget about our feet, right? Of course not. The general word for shoe is der Schuh. If you need something tougher, maybe for the winter, you're looking for der Stiefel, a boot. And for working out or just a casual look, you'll want der Turnschuh, a sneaker. To go with them, you'll need die Socke, a sock, or maybe der Strumpf, which is a stocking. Now for the fun stuff, the accessories that really pull an outfit together. On your head, you could wear der Hut, a classic hat, or die Mütze, which is more like a beanie or a cap. For your hands, der Handschuh. You've got die Tasche for any kind of bag, and more specifically, die Handtasche for a handbag. Your money goes in der Geldbeutel, a wallet. On your wrist, you'd wear die Uhr, a watch. And for everything else that sparkles, the general term is der Schmuck for jewelry. Okay, you've got your arms full of clothes you want to check out. Now it's time for, let's be honest, the most important part of any shopping trip, heading to the fitting room. In German, that's the Umkleidekabine. Let's get you the words you'll need in there. Okay, this verb right here is your golden ticket, anprobieren. It means to try on. So when you've got that sweater in your hands, all you have to say is, Ich möchte diesen Pullover anprobieren. That's your magic phrase to get past the curtain and into the fitting room.
So you're in the fitting room, you've got the item on, how does it fit? Or as you'd ask, passt es? Maybe it's zu weit, that's too loose, or the opposite, zu eng, too tight, or maybe it's just plain zu groß, too big, or zu klein, too small. That little word zu means two, and trust me, it is your absolute best friend for describing any fit problems. Let's talk about what things are actually made of. The general word for fabric is der Stoff. Some really common materials you'll see are die Wolle, which is wool, and das Leder, leather. And if you're over at the jewelry counter, you might be looking at pieces made of das Gold, gold, or das Silber, silver.
And this is a really, really important one to know. Is it the real deal? The word for real or genuine is echt. The opposite of that is unecht, meaning fake or faux. So you can ask if something is echtes Leder, real leather, or if that shiny thing is actually unechte silver or fake silver. Super useful. Obviously, you can't buy anything without knowing how to talk about color, or Farbe. So, here are the absolute basics you have to know. We've got rot,
Blau, grün, gelb, schwarz, weiß, grau, and brown. Getting these down is absolutely essential.
But what if you want to get more specific? Well, one thing I love about German is how it builds words. It's so efficient. You just add a prefix. Use hell for light, which gives you hellblau, light blue. Or use dunkel for dark, like dunkelgrün, dark green. Easy, right? And if something has a bunch of colors, it's bunt. If it's just one solid color, the word is einfarbig.
All right, our clothing haul is complete. The bags are full, but before we head home, let's make one last, very typical German stop, the kiosk. Think of it as a little convenience store on the corner where you can get newspapers, drinks, snacks, and, as we're about to cover, tobacco products. So, if you need to buy cigarettes, here's your script. It's simple. You just ask for eine Schachtel Zigaretten bitte. That word Schachtel means a pack or a box. If you need a light, you'll ask for das Feuerzeug, a lighter, or das Streichholz, a match. And the verb for putting out a cigarette is ausmachen. And just one last little detail on this topic. When you're describing cigarettes, you can use the adjective stark for strong or light for light.
And that is a wrap on our German shopping trip. You've just loaded up your brain with a fantastic new toolkit of B1 level vocabulary. So let's do a super quick review of the absolute most useful phrases.
If you only take away a few things today, make it these 5 phrases. From trying something on and asking for a different size, to saying something fits well or complaining that it's too tight, all the way to a quick buy at the kiosk. Seriously, these are your powerhouse sentences. They will get you through almost any shopping situation you can imagine.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you have this awesome new vocabulary, what's the very first thing you'd go out and buy on a trip to Germany? Really think about it, practice these words, and get ready for your next big adventure. Thanks for coming shopping with me.